Devin, thanks for being with us. We appreciate the time this morning. And for those that don't know and have maybe forgotten, Devin could score in a variety of ways. He had rushing touchdowns, he had receiving touchdowns, but he had the most return touchdowns in NFL history. 14 punt returns, 5 kickoff returns, and 1 field goal return, where I think it was Jay Feely came up short and he took it to the house at Giant Stadium for the Bears. Devin, thanks for being with us. What does it mean for you to be on this team with a specialized way you found a way to be a part of it?
First of all, thank you guys for having me on the show today. But this getting the opportunity to be on this top 100 team, when I sit back and I talk, and I had the interview down at ESPN and the interview down in LA at NFL Network, and just talking to some of the former guys that made it, Rod Wilson and Deion and those guys, and they really, really broke it down to me because it didn't really settle in. I wasn't looking at it as that big, but the older guys know more of the history of the game of football, and when they really, really broke it down to me, it's like, wow, like, and it was just explained to me, like, Devin, you don't understand how many guys played this game of football. We're talking about over 100 years of NFL players, and to break this list down to 100 players is better than really making the Hall of Fame because you have over 400 players that's in the Hall of Fame. This is even better than the Hall of Fame if you really sit back and think about it. And that's when it really hit.
It really is. It is more selective than the Hall of Fame. You're right. And when this first was coming out, when you first heard the NFL is putting together their all-time 100 team, did it cross your mind to think, you know what, I may be on this thing?
Yeah, it did. You know, it was like, wow, you know, from just looking at the stats when it comes to my return game and, you know, the touchdowns that I put up and the next guy that was in line with me, it was like, oh, you know, I was on top of that, you know, so I was like, man, it's a great chance that I might make this list.
Talking to Devin Hester with us again, member of the NFL 100 all-time team, joining us on the Shell Pennzoil Performance Line. And Devin, you really revolutionized a position. The weapon you were as a returner in all facets of the game is really unlike anything we'd ever seen. Who did you grow up idolizing? Who did you look to and try and model yourself after the way we all do as players?
I was a big Emmitt Smith fan. I grew up playing running back and cornerback. So Emmitt Smith and Deion was really my idols and the guys I really looked up to. Other than that, you know, just some of the return guys that I kind of kept an eye on back in the day, like Dante Hall was more, you know, a lot of great guys. Eric Metcalf was another great one that just really, really was solid and at the return game when it came to averaging yards and the amount of touches that he had and opportunities that he had to make the best of it.
Eric Metcalf, by the way, that shows the history he's talking about. Eric Metcalf back in the day was absolutely crazy, as was his father, Terry Metcalf, back in the 70s for the St. Louis Cardinals. As Devin Hester is with us. So again, we've got all your returns. There's fumble returns, interception returns, kickoff returns, and punt returns. But your missed field goal return against the Giants in a Sunday night game in the fourth quarter. I'm just wondering, is that the one that means the most to you, or is it the one that broke the record that you had shared with Deion? Which one of those return touchdowns meant the most for you?
A lot of people talk about the football. They talk about that the record breaker. They talk about the field goal. But to me, when I talk about the most memorable touchdown that I ever had in NFL, it had to be the Arizona Cardinals game.
Oh, yeah, the Monday Nighter.
Just because of the way that game played out, you know, from us being down over 20 points going in the half, to the way our defense started playing and we getting turnovers and we scoring on defense. We getting interceptions and fumbles and returns and things like that. And then for it to pan out to that punt return sealing the game really, really put a snap on the type of team we was that 2006 season and to show everybody that we was capable of going to the Super Bowl.
Well, it's very cool to look on your resume now that it now says NFL 100 Anniversary All-Time Team. It's very cool. You were done in the league in 2016. If you caught a punt today and you broke free, could you still outrun everybody?
Oh, yeah, most definitely.
The greats never miss an opportunity to flex.
Thank you for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports and analysis, download the ESPN app. And for live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN Plus.